Hey, this is Arkeem Ra, and I thought I'd make a quick video addressing the secret space program phenomenon, which I don't think that's an entirely accurate term because some of these programs are on Earth, but I digress. And I want to address skeptics, non believers, believers alike, and experiencers, and just kind of explain what's actually happening here because it's very hard to wrap one's mind around. So, the first thing that I want to explain here is okay, because I'm putting everything into layman's terms here. If you're a normal person that comes across this stuff, it seems a bit silly. It seems like crazy people who can't accept that they're small people that live normal lives and they're trying to make up stories about themselves and make it sound like they're heroes or something like that. And I gotta explain to you that's not what this is. Some of the people that I know, some of the most key influential people to me that I know that are public about being in secret space programs are people that are public to highlight the fact that they're kidnapping children for these programs and that these programs are hell and that this is a slave trade that's occurring. Okay? And that's something that needs to be just understood right off the bat is that this is a slave trade. Okay? And if you're a normal person and you're it's very hard to wrap your mind around why would they lie about there being colonies in space, bases on the moon, all these things, right? If they have such massive implications for humanity, what it means to be human, what the universe is, why would they lie to us about it? Why would they spend such a great amount of resources to hide the truth? And I'm going to tell you why. It's very simple. It's the military, okay? The military keeps things secret. They're a very compartmentalized institution, the military industrial complex, okay? It's and that's really what's going on here, and that's what people don't understand is that the spaceships, the technologies that go with spaceships, and war and winning wars and all that stuff all go hand in hand, and it's key to keep what they have going, to keep us, the public, out of the loop of what's happening, okay? Because they're kidnapping people for these programs. They're it's wars that need to be won. And that's what people don't get. People think of war as you go over and kill some farmer overseas, um, for some sort of beef that the politicians of both your countries have. It's a little more complicated than that. There's more at stake than people realize. There's time travel involved, space is involved, all these things are involved. So I think a really good segue into wrapping one's mind around um, what's going on here is, let's say there are children being born who have psychic abilities, who can predict the future, who can bend spoons with their minds, things like this, right? Let's say that was a phenomenon that was occurring, that was happening. Um, think about the military. Think about what they want to succeed at all costs, okay? Think about what implications that would have if you were a soldier in the military. It's very simple, folks. You've got people like Corey Good and David Wilcock literally flat out fucking lying, talking about blue avians, pacifying the public with this concept that the ET that are out there are going to come down and save us and everything's going to be okay. When the reality is it's fucking war out there and our planet isn't even owned by us. That's the reality. That's what's really going on. It's dark, it's bloody, and it's fucking scary. That's what's actually happening. So that's why the public doesn't get to be privy to what's actually happening. You can't have a civilization that functions without a docile public that is willing to go to work in the morning. People wouldn't be willing to go to work in the morning if they realized that the planet we live on isn't even fucking owned by us and that we have to pay taxes to a massive empire that forces us to send bodies to them and forces us to fight in their militaries. And that's a lot of what's going on here. There's a lot of these programs that are kidnapping children. You might see human faces doing it, but the people on the high up, they aren't even human. Sometimes they aren't even organic beings. Sometimes it's an AI. So that's what people need to understand. I'm trying to put this into layman's terms, okay? So now, another thing that the public needs to understand. I am a normal person. Do you think that they would kidnap somebody because they have powers that can choke out people with their minds, open portals, all this crazy stuff? Do you think they're going to let somebody like that just walk around in society? No, they shut you off before they put you back. You can see the concept sort of in Stranger Things, which is loosely based around the Montauk Project Phoenix, which I was a part of. But that's the facts, okay? I've had people contact me that do believe this stuff is real, asking me to help them, asking me to go back in time. It's like people don't listen to us when we talk, even the people who do believe us. It's very important that you don't just read in between the lines and pick out the parts you like, okay? The reason why I'm public is because I am afraid of people remembering my face and things I did and not understanding that wasn't entirely me. I was MK Ultra mind controlled. And I also want other people to understand that their alters, their versions of them that are out there, aren't them, and that they aren't fucking monsters. Because when you get some of these memories back, they're pretty terrible. They made us weapons. They made us kill people. So, not to it's not to make people afraid or whatever, but we can't be painting a rosy picture of this here. We weren't heroes, okay? We were weapons. We were turned into weapons. We were mind controlled. We were given a regiment of drugs. And we were literally like, womp, like mind controlled. They made us do insane things that no person would ever do if they weren't mind controlled and being forced to do it. I know that I wouldn't have done a lot of the things. And that's the reason why most of us are public, is because this is an atrocity that's occurring. It's an absolute atrocity. It's wrong. And the public does deserve to know the truth. And I just made this video because I wanted to address some things, and that this is important. It doesn't matter if there's a bunch of disinformation that you have to sift through. That's just the modern age. That's what we live in now. The truth is out there. And if you're somebody who's experienced this, the truth is in you, somewhere deep inside you, and you can unlock that truth. And yeah, I just had to make this video. I felt inspired to make it. I don't think I have much more to say. I know that people don't have that much time on their hands, and that some of these are a little lengthy. So here's a shorter one for you guys. And I just hope that I help clear some things up in a short amount of time. And I encourage people to delve into people like Penny Bradley, Joseph Powell, and I could name other names, Matt Tracy. There's people who are real that aren't getting paid by Gaia or the CIA under the table, okay? They're doing this out of the goodness of their being. And you should pay attention to those people. And to those of you who can't accept this as real and think we're all crazy, I mean, first of all, fuck you. But second of all, I get it. And I just want you to realize that we believe this happened to us. We're not charlatans. We're not making money off this. So either way, what we are going through is hard. And you shouldn't make fun of us. We're not your punchline, okay? That's not right. But if you're going to be like that, you're an asshole. Anyway, I digress. I hope everyone out there is doing okay. If anyone ever needs to reach out to me, and you know me well enough to know how, do it.